Kerebe all the rattle gangs, you know. William actually test the patient. Actually test the patients in Nigerians. Fabian Chick, I greet you. Faribuze, longest time I greet you. Jenny Love. Oh, a rattle gang kekewo. William Cholukam. William Choko test their patients in Nigerians. Oh, Choko. Oh, Choko, even Nigerians said are capable of doing. You know what I go? Or more than Nigerians ye bunigenu drop woe within a twinkle of an eye. Oh, go create the app, yeah. We all praised him because we all used his own case to tell Matthias, to show Matthias how to be transparent. Little did we know that Nawokulu was something on a cook. Because how they never. But I like a love button because okay. So IG app Verydarkman created. We kuzielu Matthias ife. We want Matthias that this is how to be transparent. You know what I go? Aya hekuye na Verydarkman awokazi because Abamon the guy bidolu on a good note, but along the line pride but that before name and they mana when you don't know what pride that they destroy. That is one thing you should know. As in or to the epelazo. So the moment to go battle a touch of pride, the mpako and arrogance, nifa name. Dear Buchenje. Now I will something and I suspect. He said either now this guy is shallow. Go with this story. We test the mind of Nigerians. Go with Malo how confident people. Go with the level of confidence people will. Nebono. Oye jema sometimes greet you. Sunday chukwu I greet you. You gotta go. And I suspect now this guy shall go wolu. This thing will test the patience of Nigerians. Come on. Come on. Go on, if I will test the patience of Nigerians. Come on, how confident Nigerians say do. But I want to tell Verydarkman something. Even people, Nigerians see celebratory more than him. The same Nigerians will have downfall of that particular person. So if this is a joke, he had better stop it. Okay, for the man who say ever a joke. Don't just unfollow again on Facebook. Even don't just vote a whooping 100 million because no with confidence. Maybe somebody. Now, how can you tell people now hack your account? We move 160 million out of that account or for 20 million. Every mana D1 and the other people erase the alarm all along. They go do na that NGO account na VDM gbogbo. Now ote aka eji we mecha launching we raise this morning. VDM na enye nwoke kerive a na-akpọdo enyi nwoke a kerive a na-akpọ enyi nwoke a ha bido visit wee expensive car stand. The first motor has a photo na ya wo ke motor dị has a photo na ya, but that car very very expensive. Then the second one nwekwa motor in a car shop. Then the third one ogo a customized Thunder. Then the fourth one ogo sikwa another motor some few days ago kwuo na no mkpọtụ ka fa ada enye but na ọ wụrụ maka ego na ego odo. The next thing wo ọgwa ndị mmadụ na ha akịrị akaụntụ NGO move ego out. Kaka Black say this one no be test, he removed the money through na guy man him be Nigerians are not smart at all. Onye gwa na Nigerians are not smart. Kaka Black Verydarkman mee nke a ka o yeji wee bury reputation niile all build all this. Why? He will bury it within a twinkle of an eye. Go. Yes, the name of his friends who Kokopi. Go. They did a lot of things of recent. They own some kind of lifestyle and they show off how many of recent. Then the moment they mind the people on Apple, a bata boom, bandem madonna 160 million out of 180 million. Nde hacker account to kerifa ha eju we happen 20 million. Ana ma ajụjụ. Onye hacker account wa we move 160 happen 20 a or happen 20 a no ka iwe nedo ụmụnna ya anya ka ọ happen 20 a ka na onye move 160 why you eju we move the whole 180. I am asking you. Onye hacker account we move 160 million. Kedu ife jizi ye move the whole 180 or 180 something million. Nwanne akụkọ ọdụ na ife akụkọ akwọ straight. The Rata gangs Mediums na Nigerians na smile. Ndị Nigerians do vam uche ya bata. Have you seen? Sometimes ọ na-adụ mmadụ ime ife mefee ya oke aha adụ mma. The guy mere ife mefee ya oke. Ebidozie kwebe ndị mmadụ na mpi. Iwebata pride. Nya arrogance ruzie gbagba. And more so na this thing na-abịa. At a particular time enwere a controversial voice note where he was threatening somebody. I don't know if Nefa will just a way or to shop or divert your attention. But at the same way, more feel Nefa divert attention. This is to test the mind of Nigerians to know how confident these people will never know. And it will backfire. But look at another thing on our suspect. Because even that guy is smart. That guy in a scheme, when they scheme his way into the hand of Ndobuda, he ought go by all means. Even more than I suspect, this is actually the main thing. Even more than I suspect. Even now suspect the owner, if this guy is shallow, Obiakwo may move through this 160 out of 180. Or one day man to know on his way to Jos. What I don't understand is, according to post to follow, there will such amount of fraud committed na your account. You did not lodge official complaint to the EFCC. You did not lodge an official complaint to the Abuja Police Command. You quickly jeopardize one police officer sending on your way to Jos to go and do what exactly in a Jos. So look at what I am suspecting. I am suspecting that this guy made this thing intentionally only to move back this money and show Nigerians how transparent he is. I don't know if Nimota even knew. More ways to go now suspect. Now this guy moved with this money. Go away, raise the alarm. Or raise that alarm. Or one day mado. You want to go? Or raise that alarm. Or one day mado. Nega na achọ ya achọ ananyanwa wu VDM to determined if follow onye ona wopulu ega to the last. Then the controversy na-aga then boom ogbono na track ya na down ndị ji ega and na retrieve na this morning oworukwa nke ahụ enyekwa onwe score ịghọtago but nke ahụzi by hard rattle gangs ka onye jizi nke ahụ ịghọwo Nigeria si aha like akụkọ kakata ogologo ọlọgọ etu a ịkọkata ha akụkọ etu a ọlọgọ ha ya etu a nwanne ịgbago onwe gị egwe n'ọkpa nya one thing that guy ha aghọta if I even nwa na suspect o mana ọzụkwa na ngwa nwere another thing na suspect kwuo Ebuka Odogwu even na suspect Ugwu Daniel Amachukwu of course true o nwere ike onwe ego na-emove na-emis because I know this guy ọwụrụ na-emere ife a true ọwụ na-emere ife a true case ndị mmadụ he is just playing Nigerians nothing happened you get the point ọwụrụ na-emere ife a true I know this guy I know the kind of noise and even this guy here like in Doga na Abuja. After all, he has a way of moving in and out of EFCC, in and out of police, any command in Abuja, in and out of NAFDAC office. So I don't think that this one can be out of place. Who is that police officer? He is parading around in a case of fraud involving 160 million. 160 million of people's money, not his own money. I don't think that this is the Verydarkman. Nevertheless, what I suspected, it is still in a bid to keep skimming his way into the heart of Ndogbe. By doing what? By declaring that they move through the money. By declaring to people na move the money out. By doing so, on our wash comment in the mother, on our wash language and the reactions in the mother. Reactions in the mother. You determine the next line of action. And what will be that next line of action or you take it? The next line of action or you take it is the same way when I assure the mother that this matter will not be swept under the carpet. So, boom, upon the mother now track go the move lega, arrest and the move lega, retrieve that money, move that money back into the NGO account. Then those people who blind are calling, hey, we told you people that VDM will deliver. VDM for a reason. VDM for a reason. The first man who lose Lego in Nigeria back. Track, we know all that now. Why I said that Nigerians are not smart is because they couldn't decode his lies since last year. The guy is very deceptive right from day one. And he lies a lot. He is not smart, but rather he's deceptive. He's deceptive. Yes, we know. Arisa Dalo. They want to go. So, the rattle gangs. The guy started well. He is in just renovating schools. Renovating schools with which money? Can you remember that you public fund? Let us assume that it is a prank. Let us assume that it is a prank. Are you supposed to be pranking people with such thing? Let us agree. Let us agree that this is a prank. Is it supposed to be playing prank with such thing? This is people's money. This is the money that people contributed. You then not play any sort of prank with them, telling them that are you trying to renovate schools? You will buy this in your pocket. We renovate your school despite the money missing. And let us not forget about this. He told us that 20 million naira from the account after he moved 160 million. So who says that he cannot renovate school out of 20 million? I'm asking you. Yeah? Who says he cannot renovate school out of 20 million? I don't know the game exactly he is trying to play. Okay. Emma GF. I'm block. Well, this is end of the year. You gotta go, and I don't need any bad energy at this page from now henceforth to next year. In fact, from next year January, from January 1, any commenting way goes whether I block you immediately. You gotta go. I don't need all those bad energy at this page next year. Starting from now, actually. You gotta go. Some of you will not bad energy when you talk on change your mother. So I will not entertain that anymore. I won't even mark on with you. I will just block you straight. You gotta go. If you don't want to comment based on what I am saying, you drop or any other comment gallop personal to somebody, whether directed to me or you directed it at to another person, any of my fans or any of somebody, I will block you immediately. You gotta go. As I was saying before I was interrupted, I don't know the game this young man is trying to play. But one thing I know for sure is that that game will backfire. Onya na ekiri adhom mi ponto, and them are no good so much. He may go to Nigeria and say, "Wetamo good, the only honest man and will standing. You are the only man standing." Ije wolaka wa we may ba invite Hogo. In a eye service because all go maka video mo dey make eye service or dey make eye service. Ocho nya putechi niile gwa Nigerians never awo a prank. One day amaki go ye ba makiri ya. Also ko nya putechi niile gwa Nigerians no a prank. I assess this if I this young man never go e born agbaje. Number 1 is either not sure cause scheme, cause scam, cause scam through the mind of the rattle gangs and the Nigerians. Komalo, the level of confidence hangwele born for 2 reasons. One, all that na buy the story, then he will end up sustaining the story with that ignorance of people. That is number 1. Number 2. Open attention. Lelale too much. You gotta go. Open attention. Lelale too much. Or potentially why not a prank. You gotta go even while. Number 1. No shall cause scam through the mind of people. Let me quickly read this comment. Don't mind VDM. He wanted to corner the money people contributed. He turned it into a prank. We know his game. People money for prank. He's joking. Yes, of course. Tara Marisa Amaka, you are right. Tunde is forcing him to apologize to Bobrisky. VDM uses the game of money missing to dodge the apology. You see. So let us continue. Let us continue. Now, number 1, Agwanongosego. I don't know exactly the game this young man is up to. I don't know the one on the play, but these are my suspects. If I even now suspect, I say, he gotta go. Even in our we now suspect. If he burn Nzekachi say that's a lie. Just that you and your friend Ogechi don't like the guy. Okay, if he burn Nzekachi, I want you to tell me what you think about what Verydarkman said about this missing 160 million. You believe really, yes or no? If he burns the cash, you love VDM, you love him so much, no doubt. I want to ask you a question. Let us assume that it is not me now I'm talking. It is on a neutral basis. I want you to tell me, what do you think about this missing 160 million? By that story, now somebody hacked into that app, transfer that money. Can you disagree with me? Tell us what you think about this missing money. You believe that now that money na hackers move that money eziokwu? Yes or no? Kai we mal. You believe na ife VDM kwuru about that money na eziokwu? Yes or no? Let us know. Do you believe that na that money no will nde ballow into that app, move with that money? Yes or no? Do you believe? Okay, while I wait for your comment, or while I wait for your reply, let me continue. So, Agbarango, if this young man no shallow, oh, he has come out to say it's a prank. You see? You see? Game. He has come out to say it's a prank. How can you be pranking Nigerians with such kind of a thing? That guy do too smart. That guy do too smart. No, Franco Wola, even you were happier because Nandeche, mana Afrom na ifo the Rogers today, mana. Let us assume that Nifo de draw bad. You know that go. He can be free to assume that Namuno Gechi hate VDM. Yeah, he can assume that. So if he burn the catch, it's that he believe his story. So if you don't believe that story, what makes you different from me and Dogeshi? I want to know. You don't believe that story. We don't believe that story either. So kelebe hatred I will bonus in this case, my dear. What VDM did was that no, they scar no mind of people. That guy do too smart. That guy is a smart. That guy do too smart. Mane eberi makawu. All do too smart. Mane eberi makawu. If you melu no, they scar no mind in the matter. Come on, what people will think of him if such thing happens. He wants to know what people will think of him. No one na sell such story to people. What will be left about it? What will be left of his image? What will be left of his respect, his personality, and everything? That was exactly what he did. If actually no could go, not a prank. A man know go that Nigerians are not joking. And they are not willing to buy that story. Especially for the fact that Don Jazzy unfollowed him. Yes. The moment Don Jazzy unfollowed him, or found that a lot of people are raising even below threatening to sue him, he had to make a U-turn. He had to make a U-turn. That was a silly game. And if he claimed that he is playing prank, then we will tell him that this is not something you are going to. How can you be pranking people with their money? Without single-handedly 100 million into that particular project in a prank in the mud. That was an expensive prank. We know that it wasn't a prank, but it was a failed mission. It was a failed mission. And the mother like an egg watching him. He cannot afford to make a mistake. For so many reasons. For so many reasons is that the other day I made a video. Can even put on that video. Somebody when I said why you make video maka NGO. Now also Matthias Alpha. No demand accountability. No getting with NGO. No other people with NGO. I gave that person a simple answer. Even Juena or Matthias for an accountability is because he made himself look so outstanding from others. To whom much is given, much is expected. To whom much is given, much is expected. He make yourself do outstanding. You are trying, you are not at because that you are doing that work for humanity. You are doing it rather because you want to prove something to people. You are not doing that job because you are doing that job to help humanity, but rather You are doing that job just to prove one or two things to people. So attention will be more n'ebe ị nọ karịa n'ebe ndị ọzọ ahụ ị na-achọ ka ị na-akpọ nọ. Ịghọtago? Among the ghọtara ife m na-ekwu. So why I demanded that accountability from Matthias is that Matthias is not doing charity because he wants to help our people, but rather he's doing it just to prove a point. Now that point on Ashi prove we fail make his own case or do too controversial. The same thing with Verydarkman. Other people are doing their own because they are doing it to help humanity. They don't even care about what people think about them. They don't even care. They are not even driving any mission out of what they are doing. It's just like going to make charity because he wants to go into politics. He will be questioned more than Onyeneme because he is doing it for charity's sake. I don't know if you are understanding what I'm saying. So in the case of VDM, that guy, a lot of people are watching him like an ego because there is nothing good. He has painted everything good about himself. He has lifted himself higher, far above even angels. So to whom much is given, much is expected. Prank. Because if I prank, that will be the end of the rattle gangs. Yes, I'm not willing to gullible among them. I'm not willing to so gullible among them. But their percentage will be little compared to those that will be wise. After all, you don't do too much. You don't do gra too much. Yeah? Gra eye service ye do too much. Eye service ye do too much. Can even conceive an idea of playing such prank if he hasn't been thinking about such things? Can even D1 has been following him like this closely. Now that particular NGO money, D1 has been following him like this. Now, when D1 noticed that nothing was happening after that whole money was contributed, they started raising questions. Now, why they are raising that questions, he came out after some time to come and tell people, blah 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 blah, that while people were busy saying this, he was busy designing an app. VDM did that to distract people from the voice note where he started real smart, very manipulative. Yes, of course, it might be correct also, but I don't think it solely have something. Violence Queen, I will respond to you after this. I was busy throughout today. I will respond to you after this. So I don't think that he did that solely because of that voice note. If I won't do no, cause or it is wrong. I will not test wrong. Ngwama walk. Oh, he say, if I won't do no, go put into test now. Or if I waga, if I waga, the mother way chance at all. The mother do willing and ready. You don't do too much. Only make eye service too much. And with the kind of eye service on him, I pity him. Because only will a lot of tasks. Only meeting up. They book us so when you see. Yeah. Only will a lot of tasks. More than home and only meeting up with that task. Only book us so way. It is too much for him. Me and you know. Now that particular task to do too much for him. But no, they will like that. They book us so when you see. You gotta go. So, ye me chair. For them matter in your yefe. Wagaria. So that East Africa. How you go, how you butu. So as I was saying, the one and let me be frank and honest with you. I think that this guy in actual a way or you will divert ego NGR. I'm beginning to think that now all those things so kulu were raised here this morning. That he wasn't genuine about it, that he never planned of doing any of it. I am having a feeling. Stara Marisa Amaka, they no message na never all time. All time. Even some delivery need email. But because they didn't suppose to deliver week. Pardon on tomorrow. You must receive your week tomorrow. Then Stara Marisa Amaka, they no message in the Keba kama yesishi idelu only idelu message and reply or me mana keba kama yesishi shock and lesson they no message on they no message na WhatsApp o ewe niwe hey mother ya dakwonu no oboda mande chori email me formal o yeah nne they no message o e what go. So I am beginning to have a feeling that now every this guy will made that fundraising is out of that he is being deceptive about all of them. I'm beginning to think reason being that for you to raise this kind of money, or suppose ni master chana in China key project actually undertake before a Ghana such fundraising. So, after he made that fundraising, it actually took you a long time without executing anything. Now, when the likes of D1 and other bloggers started being so much inquisitive about that money, you went into developing an app. Yes, after developing that app, you came out to tell them that this is what you have been doing all this while. Yes, it is very commendable. I used it to challenge Matthias. I used it to challenge Matthias because at least I from somebody now try to show people transparency. So that trial alone is enough for me to use it to challenge Matthias. That trial alone, not until people will be the point about errors done at that app. A lot of people pointed errors who do very, very understandable about that app. Reason being that D1 will say, does it mean that now bank now accept to payment and transactions in this account without charging any fee, without deducting any charges at all from this account? How can the exact balance in this account to be active? How can there be only a deposit? There is no charges. There is nothing because Mepelu app man, Mepelu Senate Bank app. Omoka transaction ga a day or 2 days. And the Senate Bank gali send the lemo charges nka wego nka. You got to go. So nka do very, very understandable. So people started questioning a lot of things about that app. I started believing now that that app was a way to further divert people's attention, to further buy time, to further confuse people a little bit more. They got to go before the actual thing they made. Now, when people are almost getting comfortable with this app, now the question should be, why is nothing happening on the ground? Why is it that there is nothing happening on the ground? I mean, all this money I beg go for a long time. Why did you spend so much money, so much time and energy trying to develop an app? And in the first place, not too many people has questioned your integrity. So I don't know why you will spend much time and energy trying to prove to people how transparent you are, rather than getting down to work. Rather than getting down to work and doing something. Then just about the time you want to announce to us that you are on your way to just to go and do a particular project or what, boom, you came out with the Nezulego. So do you think that developing that app could be a way to easily siphon this money? Because you know it will be difficult for you to tell us that Nande mother hacked into your bank account. But it will be more easier for you to tell us that how make access into that particular app. You got to go? You got to even know? It will be easier for you to convince people that now tamper with that app will move for that money, rather than telling them that now tamper with that bank account will move for that money. Because the moment you say that now Nande na hack ife tamper into your Zenith Bank account to move for such amount of money, Zenith Bank will make a statement, because never will direct okute through the Zenith Bank. But when you say that now Nande tiwa fancy magande hakase anodoka nde tiwa fancy or nde tiwa barrier. Now hack into your app. It is your app. So you will not be directly involving any bank or any institutions. I don't know if you people are getting me. So it looks like it is a well orchestrated app. You gotta go. The manipulative G now said that it's a prank, that is renovating a school in Jos. Occurred over. He then not play such game. When you barrier know you play this such game. Oh yeah, too easy. I don't know if you are reasoning or having the same thinking with me. I am beginning to believe that the developing of that app is as a result of a game. Look at game man. Action. Reason being that even if you want to play a prank, you will want them mad. Ngozume, I greet you. You will want them mad. Now 180 million ndị mmadụ do na Zenith Bank na ndị hackers balụ n'ime wee move 160 million out of that money. Zenith Bank will make a statement to that effect, because you are directly putting Zenith Bank into a spotlight. But when you tell them Nanda into your own application in develop, you have indirectly removed bank from that direct blame. Are you getting me? Therefore, your bank will have no business with what you are saying unless you write to them or you invite them, or investigative agencies in each account involved approach a bank to get a statement from that bank. You want to go? You want to go? So now, that is why he opted to use an application rather than using a bank account direct. Now, if we have said it is a prank, yes, we will agree that it is a prank, but we will still ask him a question. Why such an expensive prank? What do you aim to achieve in pranking people in this manner? I don't know if you are getting me. What are you aiming to achieve in pranking people in this manner? I want to ask, like, what could be the end product of this prank? This money is not your money. This money is people's money. And the one single individual single-handedly donated 100 million. And you wake up one morning and decided to prank Nigerians for having confidence to donate their 100 naira and 500 and 1,000 naira to put it into your Kia to use it for a project. You decided to wake up one morning and prank Nigerians after spending so much time building, trying to show Nigerians how transparent you are rather than getting down to work. You come out again to come and prank people. To what gain? Like, I want to know what would be the gain and benefit of that prank. I don't know. Is the money in the bank or in the app? I beg, let him come with the next episode. Franco will be according to somebody here. Oponya okuru no okugo no a prank. You want to go? So, okuru no okuru no a prank. Okay, we will accept that it is a prank. We will assume that the people's money is still intact with him. And look, let me tell you, always somebody selling a educational moment of truth, not somebody. I saw a post where he was referring to some sycophants that are telling Matthias to go and learn from VDM. Okay, look at what has happened to VDM's money now. What of Matthias Hannah accused you a long time ago? I want you people to take this message again to educate moment of truth. I may not know who he is referring to as sycophant, knowing fully well that no one and the Mwikuku Wunde make a video about Verydarkman NGO and the Matthias NGO. So, if he is actually referring to me as part of the sycophant on Ekumake, then let me kindly tell him that Matthias NGO has now appeared under question a long time ago. So, if VDM eventually failed, which I have seen that he's saying no a prank, if VDM eventually disappointed people, let us assume that of course we know that that money I gave. Let us assume that no move. I don't see anything different from him and Matthias. Can you tell me one thing different from him and Matthias? The only way to answer this question is for you to tell me all those people Hannah Matthias in that NGO, where are they? Was it him who conceived the idea of opening that NGO? The answer is no. I saw where he was saying something like, no, blatant false and lies. That wasn't how that NGO came into existence. There are people who sponsored everything and even placed him on a salary, on a monthly salary. You know that go? So all those things are lies. Those people even bought him and the wife a phone for the sake of that NGO. They paid for an office for the sake of that NGO. So that NGO wasn't conceived by him. Rather, people saw something that he did and they decided to come in and they use him to establish that NGO. So if those people have all run away from him, if all those people are all complaining, registering their displeasures on him, if all those people have casted a vote of no confidence on him, what makes him different from VDM if eventually that money in VDM's NGO account is missing? This is a question you should ask yourself. So if gullible people, they are everywhere. I don't know what you people mean when you keep referring to some people as gullible and ignorant. They are everywhere, even among you guys. Even the way they are everywhere, even among you guys, is that you should ask yourself, who are the original people setting up this NGO? Why is this your so-called Matthias no more in good book with them? Why did he hijack that NGO single-handedly to be monitoring it himself, to be running it himself, if he doesn't have any ulterior motive? Ask yourself this question. You gotta go. He is accountable. Owuluna anyende Nigeria nwere ike turn n'ebe onye anọ ntu ha si wee turn n'ebe VDM nọ kpọrọkpọtọ ya agba n'ihu efi. Because ọwụ na anyende mmadụ anọ n'ebe VDM nọ, believe me, this is a game over. This is a game over. This is a well orchestrated plan. In fact, elevate you so high that he cannot afford to tell people stories in way goes well. He now decided to test the waters in this way. In fact, all lega now dollar somewhere. I is in the age window, Kuwasia door, Kuria gate. Can we prove for the mother? Lega flavor. But unfortunately, all lega on a bank called. As soon as you say you will break your gap for a develop way app, develop share app. Shows the car buy Nanda Tiwa, Ogike Tiwa, Ogike app. Wow, wasting an app. Wow, where move, where go, thereby leaving the blame of the bank. It is a game. Are you not seeing what I'm seeing? It was planned in such a way that they decided to put direct blame on the bank, but rather gave actually a lawyer to the failure of his app or developer. Peter, my day was okay. I guess yours look okay too. Yeah? You know that go? That is what you get from somebody who see every other person less. I always say this. VDM started well, but along the line, mpako, nokomoko, we bate n'ime, and don mpako, nogonoga, never, we fail destroy here. Eventually, Jenu no mukulie. Yes. So it was planned perfectly to take the blame of the bank and place the blame rather on the app, because you cannot blame the banks for people Tiwalo Gige app. Sina app we move we go. But you can blame the bank for allowing people to work the bank. We move, we go from that account. I don't know if you are getting me. So that plan was as good as failed. Man, I'm million to go. You want to go? I want a million to you. Time Fanta. Man, will get on a fridge. Yeah. That plan is as good as failed. So if that was the reason for designing the app, Egoni na hedge will design that app. Now Egoni na hedge will design that app. Now because people now complain to now that app is not working. Man, I'm money on a fridge. I'm not money on a fridge at all. You are without a million and enjoy a bottle water. You are without bottle water. You want to go? You dey feel me? Yeah? So, yes. So along the line, owo bata yem pako and onwere ife mpaka dey maybe. Jede to na akwụkwọ. Ọhụkwọ mpako nke ndị mmadụ out of their own pride. Because onye ọra nwere mpako n'ime. Mana o nwere ndị ya anodo nke ike. Na-achọ ka ha were nke udewe na nasudo ya ọba. O nwere nke obele ahụ ihe nwelele as mmadụ. Nke video m nwere udo excess. The moment ihe bido dey feel na o nwere ozi onye n'ugwu. Ni ko onye ọwụ ka ihe esi wee ko onye ọwụ na. You gotta go. No, Sarah Maris, let us assume that never old lifestyle here. And they were old people and the new. You gotta go. And he say all things shall pass away and everything shall become new. So let us assume that part of his life, old part of him, we have to, of course, embrace the new one on a go see. You gotta go. We have to, of course, embrace the new one on a go see. You wanna go? But that new one on a go see. Yes. A more TV so the same thing with Matthias. Yes, that is true. You don't have any need or reason to be proving any point to people. Do the work. That is what Okoro and Igbo is doing. That is what Zeus is doing. A lot of these guys are doing the same thing. They simply get the work done. They are not looking for a validation. Okay, in the show validation now. Kamada si you cross one boundary. Okay, in the show validation now. Can VDM you cross one boundary. Okay, look at him. Can he on a threat and all that guy? Is it a little smart or a what? Can you feel a threat to him? Why are you threatening him? Why are you using the same word that senator used in Abuja? Abi House of Rep member used in Abuja. Each will be after him. Why are you using the same word? Maybe that particular guy, you know. I'm asking you. In Otago, Onyomana Galilee, have you seen? Eh? People who think they are always perfect and can't take advice from other people. Oh, exactly. Remember, he came after that House of Rep member. No matter how people try to make him understand, then when he go on at that particular taxi guy or Uber guy, Mwelu, something no Melu, spark up the reaction from that particular House of Rep member, because the record started when the man do go upset. Because you can't tell me that now the boat guy lead to Hanalo, the man pick you first. There are a lot of things in Melu before even that guy by the camera. He never wanted to hear anything, because to him it is all about proving a point. He just wanted to prove a point to people. He just wants people to love him. He just wants to do everything for people to like him, believe in him, have confidence with him, even if it can take a reputation of another man to go down. He doesn't care, for as long as it is only him and him. Otherwise, I will ask you a question. That voice note real smarty post through. What is the difference from that, what VDM said in that particular voice note about seizing him, making him to disappear, calling so and so person, and he will not even come direct, but yet not Nyamirie? What is the difference from that voice note and the exact words that that particular House of Rep member used on that taxi guy? I am asking you a question. Now he started telling us. Now that particular voice note who AI generated, he wasn't actually saying, him and a lot of people misunderstand the phone. In the actual sense, if bro, now that voice note who AI generated per se, what he was saying is rather all the people do change over now. Ngababa njeno now change over. Biano ka recharge ya di oko. Ego ka na account ya. Recharge go doko. Recharge. Obeba. Come forward all over meter number.
No, okay.
Draw her board. Me send go meter number kita na WhatsApp. So as I J draw no hand now.
Not the main
SN the go the meter number. You want to go? So, as I was saying, sorry, yeah. Now, he was not saying as per that voice note, who AI generated, because people misunderstand the phone. Even that guy is very smart. What he was saying in the actual sense is that now that guy played with that voice note cut in the middle. That guy should play the voice note from the beginning to the end. No one that the guy refused to play the voice note from the beginning to the end. Then that he will assume that now that voice note will AI generated. He said it like this so that in Mbonu ye video kuwe na video na that voice note will AI generated. He will come out and clarify issue the same way I've said it, because what he said was that now that he for him to say that neither that guy need the email, he played that voice note from the beginning to the end and not just playing it in the middle or acknowledging the fact that now that voice note to be real. But no one that guy you know he play that voice note like that, then he's going to assume that now that voice note though who AI generated. Now let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The reason you were saying no if only that no matter how mean or okay, because look, let me tell you, some people they claim on how to mean no, but what do you do mean? Mmadụ na-emelu on the show ka na-eme nwanne ịchọ people go sikwa na as much as need to mean when they know when they can wee kwakpo o when they can kwakpo kachinche. I've always told people wolu onwe uti na shoes ndị mmadụ always put yourself in people's shoes. If you cannot do that, when it was the case of that House of Rep member Alex and the taxi guy, people were demanding why the taxi guy the whole record one from the beginning, that the guy recorded where the provocation has been caused already, and that was what that guy recorded and put out there. Verydarkman sent tire on whether beginning or end, that reaction took place and it wasn't even supposed to take place at all. So whether the recording is being played from the beginning or to the end, the fact is that that reaction was uncalled for. Yes. Why need me pause this one? John Hannah, Train never. You want to go? Are you getting what I'm saying? He said, and I quote, now whether they don't play with it from the beginning or they don't play away from the end, yes, that reaction of that House of Rep member Alex was uncalled for and it wasn't supposed to take place. So now let us take it to that voice note. Oh God, how I greet you. Let us take it to that voice note. Whether now that guy you play with that call recording from the beginning to the end, we don't care. The fact is that no one is supposed to have a warrant such words VDM use on that guy. He is very smart. Now let me tell you, with the way that guy is studying every satellite dish neighbor, I don't see him going far. Because he cannot be more perfect compared to Jesus Christ. Yes. You ought to go? She doesn't so matter. I've gone that post. You ought to go? He cannot be perfect. So if that guy in a mere way that he will later be condemned with the exact things how do we condemn people. I'm for there. or EDC? Enugu now. Can forget it. Kewan Enugu disc change lafa. They go to Johanna and they change lafa. Mokwa mke Enugu disco. They got to go. You see? So the rattle gangs. Wohaye Mechawolaka had with that guy. He is doing too much. And the Inde not very close to him should go and tell him that he is doing too much. Especially and let me tell you one thing. Because Nigerians they forgot so easily. Now let me tell you. There is another game this guy in a play. And on a queer. There is nothing that can ever be legal in illegality. Do you want me to repeat what I've said again? Peace, I greet you. There can never be anything legal in illegality. I will explain. If you say you are fighting for justice, for example, you are fighting for justice in the case of ABC transport, now blackmail, you stepped in, you condemn blackmail, you said that now the girl are supposed to either blackmail with the guy, the girl is it 24 hours or so to do so and so thing, otherwise you are going to do this, you are actually going to use blackmail again against her. You are using evil to fight evil. That is number one. Now let us assume that blackmail is bad. Let us assume that blackmail is bad. Why did you use it on Bobrisky? Why did you use it on Bobrisky? You have constantly said that the only weapon you have is not even to go and lodge complaint in a police station to pursue it with the court of law. You said, I will come after your image. He said it. That no one knows something email that he will come after your image. That no you say to scatter your image. So what he is actually doing is blackmailing people into submission. It will be a topic for another day. That guy, they know very closer to that guy, should go and warn him. Or if this stunt to put out lately, he should look for a way to make Nigerians to forget. That was a very expensive prank. It wasn't even a prank after all. It was a failed mission. It was a mission impossible and it was aborted. It was a mission impossible and it was aborted. Okari hetua ofoye sielo ohayelisha mana ohasielo ofonye onye ahayelisha go obialo ko wolu ndị mmadụ we sie nni aja ndị mmadụ we gwa na this game Nigerians aye spego ke ga aye siwe spego onye ka ewo igosiri onwe as if na iwu Messiah no go that Messiah onye ona na achọ ndị mmadụ wuruzie ewu na-enezigo no go that Messiah ishefuzie rizi mkpatara iji wee mmai Billboard aka n'anya without minding na apple Billboard or na misbehave. Yes, because for Billboard to say that he is going to sue you, it means that he needs to go guilty of the same thing battle Billboard failed to serve his customers, even when he is complaining that sometimes na app here name misbehave. You refused. You called him all sorts of names Now, you wanted to use the same thing. If you were crucify VDM, we seek sympathy. Never the Nigerians say no. No, you cannot be a sacred cow. You cannot be a sacred cow. The answer is no. So you will later be dragged with every single thing each way drag the money. One day, if you are not doing something from the genuineness of your heart, if you are doing that thing to please people, Adam and Eve to please people, I will try everything possible to prove to you that this is whom I am. But I cannot go extra mile to play into that game of pleasing you or no. The answer is no. If I have not cheated you intentionally, I have not cheated you intentionally. If something has not happened because there is no way it could have happened that time, that is the situation of things. I don't need to keep pleasing you, because no single person in this life can please anybody for a long period of time. One day you will get tired. Of course, Franco will be. Crash because on eye service. I have sustained eye service for a long time. You cannot sustain eye service for a long time. He always wants to be on the news. Thank you very much. Even all those people who die hard fans, all those rattle guns, they are getting tired. They are getting tired because sometimes on our constitutions, you brag so much. You are the Alpha and Omega. You are the beginning and the end. At a point, it is not all about fighting for justice now. It is now all about looking for Kelonye Kibeye, Akakaka, Anamisi, Amamaka. Yeah? So you can't go far. I stand with Beloved, VTM Mama, you see? Yeah? And even when we were all these people in Abia after, he will first of all start with the name calling. Ona accuse you about all manner of things, or brand the good who knew he first, before he can actually hear from you. Yes, before hearing from you, Oyebuzo brand the good who knew she. Na kanya go do AC no mo be. Igoro ni ife dewe na Istia. Igoro ni ife dewe na Istia. O we wulu no ki eje we decorate. Since nji we bata na. This is the second time AC and alolo. This is the second time oko na abia. Because he buy near na generator. If a generator and a book and generator and a two building, what I go generator and a building nap. So buy near or less na no nakemo no nuno or no nakemo no nuno. Man no just no ye be because no one building go have that power. This is the second time AC and Abia on since in the better. So ego kolo ni ife ni ne they will know na east wori shoe no ma. Or do see eba I had they use. You see? So as I was saying, it is all about doing eye service. It is no more service to the people. It is all about bragging. You are this, you will learn, and you will learn the hard way. You will do this, you will do that, you will do this. If I come after you, you will lose. If you come after me, you will lose. You will learn the hard way. If I come after you, you will lose. If you come after me, you will. But also, if I come after you, you are a victim. If you come after me, you are a victim. You will learn the hard way. And I'm Nigerian. Nigeria will happen to you one day. You will bake. You will bake. Nigeria will happen to you one day. Maybe never time. No. If no mecha na nke ikpeazụ a mana ịdụ smart. Agwa m ndị mmadụ na that guy do smart. Ọgwụkwọ maka that guy do smart. That guy do smart. Yes, he is smart. Very smart. Oh, anakwụkwọ na mmadụ do smart. Sheno nke obele. Yeah, he called that Okwulora without proof. OJ, very smart. N'enu game o he play n'ebe ndị mmadụ nọ. It was a failed mission. The mission failed. Ndị mmadụ aka nụrụ kịta izughị onye imagine ọ bụrụ n'oge ntị na Facebook no ka ndị mmadụ na-asị hey na ndị mmadụ achọgo ka ha brand this guy ajọ afa yes na-ezurega mana o tiri isi na Facebook fụ na ọ ya stand nwu drag na ọ na-drag ndị mmadụ. That could have been the end. Ọpụtazie kwuo na prank. Ọpụtazie kwuo na ngwa nya je join ọnụ ntọshebụ ha wee mewe prank. Nya je join ọnụ ntọshebụ ha wee mewe prank. That guy nya na nọ na moto ọ sị na that guy wu onye polisi. Anyị chọrọ imecha amala onye that guy wụ. O nwere that guy nya na nọ na moto ọ sịrị anyị na onye polisi. I want to know who that guy is. You know that guy who? Yes. Oh no, that guy who onye police. Say why no onye police? Oh no, onye police. Say why no onye police? Na Nigeria. If you do too much, you will see too much. If you do anyhow, you will see anyhow. Nde for that guy n'anya. Delu na message gwe na ngara buru ụzọ ọdụdụ ekpere azụ. Ngara buru ụzọ ọdụdụ ekpere azụ. Nigerians aka egosi ihe na Nigerians aha akpa eti aja. Oche na ayi iwe egwu. Oche na ndị mmadụ uwe egwu by ọnanya ha. Look at a well planned something. First, akụkọchala ụgwọ ndị mmadụ na-eche ka ebido execute the thing. Ọkpa D1 and the likes of them bido double battery ya ka adọwuo unveil an app. But ndị mmadụ no develop app just to show transparency. That's not also now the only person. Not also now the only person just to prove his integrity. Omega, no longer. I cannot do not just at a time when the mother knew about voice note and everything, boom, appear the apples. Let's na app we play go away malo. And the mother ya buy that idea go sell well to them. Away from the mother I smile. The mother ka do ye ka battery generator. Do ye ka face me and face you generator. Mbo kerifa na akpọ tiger generator. His jazz gives him mind, but it will not last. Onyinye ekwensu bụ otisi bịa bụ olisi. Exactly. Osa amaka. Ọkara ihe etu ahụ. Onyinye ekwensu otisi bịa bụ olisi. Ọkara ihe etu ahụ. Ndị mmadụ aka iyi egwu. Okweta na ọ na-eme. Thank God no use brain here. Thank God no use brain here. He has shined with insulting Igbo personalities more than any other tribes. Mana ọba anyị ka aka wee nwee ndị na-etiri ihe mkpu ọfụma. Ọkwa ọba anyị ka ya nọ ka aka wee nwee ndị na-etiri ihe mkpu ọfụma. Yeah? Anyway. Click on like and love, share this video, Kabani Amala, man, I back because there's something I want to talk about. Let me refuel. Let me have a refuel because now video my men can happy in me. You gotta go video my another made in me. I can now do the rattle gangs. Nka don't know kagono. If I am emo onision on keep as well. Ma doggy day. Dosis chaya will be now dear nobi. The said policeman is an airport taxi driver. You see? Man, all of them want to go jifa. Oleye. Yeah? All of them want to go jifa. Oleyoga. Oliega. Obido showcase we moto. Ono ni me Bugatti. Ono ni me Ferrari. Ono ni me Bentley. The first moto nyana Poco Peak or gono ka na pe show la yewo Bentley. Ndị mmadụ say na-eriwe n'ega. Ha bido visit me car shops. Se we photo drop what captions nwere ka o si wee do. Drop what captions nwere ka o si wee do. Fly over a plane anyhow. Eh? We no be say money no day. Now we know they like show off. No be say money no day. We know they like show off. E say photo ni me Bentley. Say photo ni me Benz. I unveil FJ Cruiser. Just the other day, go unveil FJ Cruiser. I customize life. Or the other day, no be say we know the like. O say motors have on email. If you don't visit the car shops and defa, the next thing, so seriously, odo kaya say nega na mmiri abage. You gotta go. Odo kaya say nega na mmiri abage. The guy you man owolo na ifo o jeri ime gara aga ndị mmadụ aka akụziri ihe. Na osisi na alụsị kpaka ike agwa ya osisi eji wetwe. Alụsị kpakata ike nwere ebe alụsị ya akpalu ike agwa ya na amụkọ na osisi eji wetwe. Mana o use brain ye. O use brain ye. I will end this broadcast here because I'm coming back to discuss something. Kabani amala imada. I don't know. Biano yeni. I don't know.